A DYAD in the Force.
Welcome back to DYAD in the Force. So this video is something that we've been thinking about for a long time, ever since even Disney purchased Star Wars and ever since we got into the content creation game.
One of the reasons we got into the game.
How Star Wars died and has been dying every year for 6, 7, even 9 years going on, and you're still here. And this isn't an affront to anyone who genuinely is a Star Wars fan, enjoys Star Wars, has their criticisms of each project, and, continues to have faith that, they'll reach a project that resonates with them and stuff. This is for the people who are truly and unapologetically hating Star Wars, making videos saying Star Wars is dead for the past 10 years, and they're still making videos about it. They're still profiting off of the property to this day. And that's largely kind of the crux of this video. What do we do when we stop caring for a property and think that it is dead to us?
You move on. How, I don't know, pathetic must someone's life be that they hate something, yet they consistently come back and watch it and make and edit hours and hours of videos like on that subject. Like, isn't there something else you might want to be doing? Like, I don't know, it's crazy. My go-to example for this is the show Titans, right? There was that DC show Titans. I'm a massive fan of Teen Titans. I'm a massive fan of the Young Justice team and just the Titans team from the comics. When that show came out, I hated it. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was the worst thing that they'd come out with. I tried it. I watched 4 episodes, and then I'm just like, I'm done. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't keep watching it. I didn't keep making videos. I went and did something that I enjoyed. Crazy, right?
Which brings us to the crux of this video, pretty much exposing the grift. You just put into the search bar in YouTube Star Wars, and you'll find a host of creators, a host of videos claiming that Star Wars is dead, and each video will have happened at different points in different years for the last 10 years. Which brings us to how the video is titled. Star Wars has been dying, according to them, every year. And every new project that comes out, Star Wars is finally dead yet again. And they keep coming back. They keep churning out videos. They keep on making videos hating on the last project. And we ask ourselves, why do you continue to persist when this property is dead? Videos like why I stopped caring about the MCU, why I stopped caring about Star Wars. If you stopped caring about it, why are you still talking about it?
And the funny thing is, I mean, it's not limited to just, I know we've been mainly talking about the past 10 years, but this has been a common thing throughout Star Wars's history. People thought it died when Empire came out.
Yeah.
People thought it died when Return of the Jedi came out. People thought it died when the prequels came out. People thought it died when, when the prequels came out, everyone was like, George Lucas doesn't understand Star Wars, and they need to take the franchise away from him. And can you imagine telling someone from that day that Kathleen Kennedy, the person who made all of the films that we love throughout all the 90s, would be in charge of Lucasfilm and no longer George? People would celebrate, they'd cheer, they'd stand on the rooftops, and then we get The Force Awakens, and Star Wars died because it was just a rehash of A New Hope. They didn't do anything new. And then The Last Jedi came out, and Star Wars died because it was too new. Like, they did too much stuff that was different. And then Rise of Skywalker came out, and Star Wars died because they leaned into everything that they were complaining about for the last 2 movies.
Star Wars dies every year. Star Wars dies every single project they release, and yet they keep coming back and they keep on making videos about it. And this is our call to action to you guys to realize that these people are strictly doing it for the money. They are hoodwinking you into being angry about Star Wars, and they're using your anger to fuel their livelihood as grifters.
No.
And I sometimes hesitate to put Star Wars theory in this category.
He's in it, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many videos he's released that says I'm done with Star Wars, but his channel is still called Star Wars Theory. He sells lightsabers, and he continues to monetize and make money off of the property of Star Wars, talking about Star Wars. So whether you're done with Star Wars, you don't care about Star Wars, or you think that Star Wars is dead, you and your content are constantly taking advantage of it.
And this isn't like being anti one person or a specific creator, but it's this system of creation that, again, it just monetizes hate and negativity, and it does nothing positive. All it does is tear down. And it doesn't even have a purpose. We have connections at Lucasfilm. I have spoken to higher ups, to directors, to these people actively don't listen to those communities because they know that they're grifting. They know that they don't have any solutions, that they don't actually care whether or not something is good. They're going to try to find an angle to make money on it. And it's sad because people actually believe these lies, these nonsense. They believe in this fake culture war, when in actuality it's these grifters cherry picking quotes from random interviews, typically when someone asks them a specific question, and they're cherry picking these and leading their audience to believe this is all these people talk about. We're so mad. And like, and it's warped people's brains. It's horrible,
and it drowns out what you guys should be caring about the most, which is criticism. Valid criticism that's actionable. That's something that they can improve upon. If the noise is so loud that you have to just cover your ears, none of it's going to reach them. And so what we try to perpetuate in this community and across all of our videos is to encourage criticism, even though in the comments of this video we're probably going to be called shills. We encourage criticism. We encourage to look for what we can improve.
There's not a single project that I don't have criticism about.
Except
I just make sure. That's true. but the criticisms that we lodge are not things that are clearly answered within the context of the show, right?
Yes.
We aren't going to complain about canon stuff if we don't read canon, right? I mean, we do, which is why we don't complain about it, because they're actually very good at at sticking with canon. We don't complain about this is different from this book, and we never even read that book.
We don't complain about cast interviews. We don't complain about who is directing or who is the actor. That's all stuff that is external from the project. We're trying to encourage people to engage with the contents honestly. So when we talk about criticizing The Acolyte, we're talking about criticizing its storytelling, its writing, its pacing, it's even if it's action choreography, its sets, all that stuff. Not talking about Leslie Headland and whether she's gay and whether Amandla is black and Lee Jung-jae is Korean. All of these things that they perpetuate to be a problem is exactly the thing they keep on talking about. You'll notice in their trailer reactions, if you've ever written the comment, we don't care about the cast, we just care about the story, and then you go to like Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic's trailer reactions, all they're going to do is focus on the cast.
And then the chief diversity officer decided they needed more representation, so they threw in a random black lady who has absolutely no reason to be there and contributes nothing to the story.
Why do they feel the need to replace only white characters with black characters?
And there was the decision to make the Silver Surfer, one of the most iconic antagonists in all of the Marvel comics, into a female.
When you see them reacting to a trailer and things are popping off and you've got action and you've got, allusions to story, they're like, DEI, I see a black person existing. That's not caring about the story. That's caring about the cast. And if you've done the same thing, then, frankly, you're in the same boat as them. And just to kind of prove our point, not one of us, no one that we know has ever complained about white characters. We love Captain America. We love Iron Man. We love Thor. We love all of those characters. We love Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Gandalf. All of these fantasy characters that were white, played by white characters, we love them. We just asked for more diverse characters for us. We didn't say, oh, I don't want Captain America or Iron Man anymore. Give us black and Asian characters. No, we said, we love these characters. Now give us characters for us to love. Shang-Chi, Black Panther. Give us those characters that we can relate to. And we got them and y'all still complained. I don't know if you would call that woke or whatever definition you operate from, but we have never sought to take away the white character. We just wanted more characters that we can see in us.
It's an artificial barrier, right? It's not a forced diversity. It's not forced inclusion. It's no longer excluding people for no other reason than their race. That's all we want, is to no longer exclude people.
Another thing we want, that if you think Star Wars is dead, bye.
Then leave. And that's okay,
Yeah.
by the way. If your favorite restaurant gets a new owner and you no longer like it, that's okay. Go eat somewhere else. Don't keep coming back, sitting in there, screaming at the top of your lungs about the food.
The last thing I do want to touch on before I wrap this video up is the eternal cynicism that pervades this fandom. Lots of videos in response to Andor's critical success saying, we'll never get Star Wars as good as this again. Why? Andor isn't an indicator of what could be and what has come and what will never be again. I mean, what happens if Tony Gilroy comes back and does another one?
Y'all would just be Sith Lords. That's what it is. You gotta embrace things for what they are, not cling to the past or to the future.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our videos. That's it. On to the next one.